What's going on, guys? We are back with another video, and today we are going to be showing you guys how I am going to carpet my subfloor. So right here we've got supplies. We've got the carpet, and this is actually enough carpet for pretty much the whole boat. We just bought it at one time. I'll go ahead and show you guys the other tools we'll be using in a second, but we are going to go ahead and we're going to use this carpet. We're going to flip it over and carpet that, and this is going to be on the bottom of the boat. So with that said, guys, let's get right into it, and I'll start showing you guys how I'm going to do this. Alright guys, I'll show you what we got to install this carpet. We got Roberts 6700 indoor-outdoor carpet adhesive. We got 1 gallon of it because we are going to need this for the deck on the top. So we went ahead and bought the 1 gallon. And if we need more, we can always get more, but this should be enough for that. To spread the carpet, we got this from Lowe's. This is just we found it right with the carpet glue. That carpet glue is from Home Depot though, because it was a little bit cheaper. But this is from Lowe's. It's just got the grooves to make it easier to spread, and that's what they recommend. Next up, we got staples. Now, these are 1/4 inch staples that we're going to be using for this, because this is 3/8 inch plywood, and we don't necessarily want to go all the way through. We just want to penetrate it and keeping the carpet nice and tight. So we got those for that, and then we got, what did we get, 5/16 for the top deck, like on the top of the boat when we're done, because we are going to want some bigger staples for that, because we're most likely going to be using 1/2 inch plywood. Alright guys, so we got our carpet set up. We got it kind of cut to shape. We're definitely going to have to do some trimming because that was definitely a little rough cut. Next step is we're going to be laying down this carpet glue. I've never done this before, so this is going to be a little experience, but we'll definitely see how this goes. This looks good. My cutting skills, not so good, but we'll work on that. Guys, so here we got the glue all out. This is what it looks like. We're going to start spreading it. Try and get an even coat with this. It's got the little grooves. We got gloves on because I've heard that this stuff is not fun to get on your hands and it just doesn't feel good. But once we get this on, it's going to be a super protective layer, and we're going to have the carpet, so this side is good. The bottom side, however, we painted like 3 extra coats just because that's going to be on the bottom of the boat, and we don't want that, you know, to rot very quickly. So that's what we're doing, but this glue is also going to help seal it, and we're also going to run glue along the sides to help seal that as well. With that said, guys, I'm going to set you guys up. We're going to start the process. Alright guys, so here we've got our trail. We're going to start digging into this glue. I've never done anything like this, so just going to plop it on there and start spreading. We're going to use the bigger tooth side, guys, just it'll help us get some more glue. Alright, I think I can figure this out. We're definitely going to need some more glue though. I just got that all over the bucket. Alright guys, so we got the glue all laid out. You can see I'm just kind of letting it tack up. But one other thing I did, I ran glue along this whole edge, like you can see. I had a glove on. Actually, they're right there. But I had a glove on and I ran it across this whole thing. And that allowed it to seal even more than it already has. So, with that said, I'm going to let this sit for just a couple minutes. And then I'm going to throw the carpet on top. And just kind of let it do its thing. And yeah, so that's how we're going to do the carpet, and then we'll go ahead and figure everything else out. Alright, so I'm going to set you guys up because I obviously need both my hands, but I'm going to go ahead and lay this carpet right on here. And we're just going to see how it goes. Might be bad, might not be. This is my first time ever doing this. And we're just going to try it. So I'm going to set you guys back up where I had you, and we're going to go ahead and try it out. Alright, you guys are kind of set up. I'm sorry if it's not the best angle, but we're going to try this. So this is the front. This is the back. This slide kind of easy. Yeah, I guess it does. So I'm just going to line it up in the back. Just pull it forward. Oh crap, I already got glue on the wrong side. Alright guys, so this carpet's all laid down. I'm letting it kind of sit. And then in a little bit, I'm going to actually flip it over and we're going to start trimming and cutting and these little, I think you have to do little X's. I'm not really sure. We're going to have to figure that out as we go. But this looks okay. I mean, it's carpeted. I'm obviously going to keep putting it down more and making sure it's all good. But that's the gist of it, guys. I'll check in with you guys in a second. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and flip this over, and then we're going to start cutting and stapling. So, give me a second, I got to get a new battery for this thing, but then I'll set you guys up again. Alright guys, so a little bit has happened since I last had the camera open, but we basically got these stands out of the way. We put it on the ground, just that way the carpet would stay flat. And right now we're just stapling it. So I wanted to show you guys a little bit of this process. So I'm going to show you guys, how I'm doing these corners. I don't know if I'm doing them right, but I'm trying. And yeah, we'll just show you guys how I'm doing this stuff. And yeah, so we've got a couple more to do. And then I still have to staple all that down like that. So, with that said, guys, I'll set you guys up maybe. And then I'll show you guys how I do this little corner. So since I don't have two people with me right now, I'm going to do my best to show you kind of how I'm doing this. Basically, I'm taking an X-Acto knife or box cutter, and what I'm doing is in between these little notches, I am cutting like an X from the corner out, and then same thing from this corner out, and then basically that leaves you with, this side has a lot of glue and I'm not trying to get it on me. It leaves you with that triangle. So then what you have is you have 3 triangles that you can now fold over and staple. Sometimes you gotta cut it more than once. This knife isn't the best. You could probably get a carpet knife or something like that, but I don't have that. So, and then what we're doing is we're just taking our staple, putting it in. Glue all over me. It's not the best, but I think it works. And yeah, that's just what I'm doing. I'm doing that on every corner. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold this right over. Alright, I don't know if this is dark or not, guys, but basically we're pretty much done. What I did is I did those corners kind of like how I showed you. I cut the X's and then folded them over. And then basically what I did on the sides is I just flipped everything over and stapled it tight. As tight as I pretty much could. And then I went back with the X-Acto knife and I just slit like all these extra pieces of carpet off. That way we didn't have just a bunch of extra carpet. And it turned out alright, guys. It's probably not the best, but it'll do. Especially for my first time, because I do need practice for when I actually do the deck. So together we are going to flip this over and see how it looks. I used a bunch of staples. You can see all those shiny things. Just use this staple gun. I have an electric one just because that's what my dad had. But the regular one will do too, like just a normal staple gun. But let's see how this looks. Moment of truth. And boom. Check that thing out. I don't know why this is so dark. I really don't know, guys. I hope it's not this dark when I'm editing, because you can barely see right now. And if that's the case, I'm sorry. Alright guys, so I realized the last clip may have not been very bright. I'm sorry, that was just a button I hit on my camera. But this looks pretty good, guys. It is like midnight, and I think this turned out pretty dang good. The glue will obviously really seal the carpet in. And overall, I think it looks pretty dang good. I like it a lot, guys. It actually hides a lot of the imperfections in the wood. Like up here, like you can see, like that obviously wasn't the best round cut, but it looks alright with the carpet on there. And this is my first experience carpeting really anything, and I think I did alright, guys. So with that said, I want to go ahead and share this process with you guys. And you can see on video, like I don't see it in person, but that looks like an air bubble. I'm not sure why that looks like that. There are no air bubbles in this thing. And you can actually check it out. These little corners, they turned out great. I mean, for the most part, like check these out. Just that little triangle, and those are gonna fit the ribs perfect. Alright, here it is, guys. Final product. So I had a actually decent time doing this. It was fun. I messed up a little bit, but it ended up turning out great in the end. This is my first time carpeting anything. I'm actually really sweaty because I'm doing this in my garage at like midnight, and it is very hot in here. But with that said, guys, I think that's going to do it for us. If you guys want to see more videos on this boat build, please subscribe, because that'd be awesome for me. And you guys can stay tuned for what's up next, because I've definitely got some plans coming for this boat. Once this subfloor is installed, which will be in next video, it'll just be like part of the next video. But once it's installed, this boat build's really going to take off. We're going to start framing and doing all that fun stuff. So with that said, guys, please comment, like, and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys in the next one.